Norris leads the way to pole position. Verstappen catches up. Mercedes fiasco on the Spa-Francorchamps track. Hello Formula One fans. Before continuing with the video, I'm here to remind you to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on new videos and help us reach more people. Now let's get to the news. Belgian Grand Prix. Spa-Francorchamps tests drivers and teams' limits in Friday's free practice sessions. As the Belgian Grand Prix approaches, the iconic Spa-Francorchamps track is preparing to host another Formula One spectacle. With adverse weather conditions forecast, teams and drivers face the challenge of adapting their strategies to ensure the best performance in free practice, which could be crucial for qualifying and the race. Spa-Francorchamps is known for its long straights and high-speed corners, challenging teams to find the perfect balance of aerodynamic load. The durability of the red tires, which are not exceeding 7 laps, may force more frequent stopping strategies, adding an extra layer of complexity to the competition. The change in track temperature, from 60 OC in Hungary to 38 OC in Spa, introduces a new element of uncertainty. The team started the first practice session on hard and medium tires, testing the track's recent renovations and adjusting the cars to the less grippy conditions. The transition to red tires in the middle of TL1 signals a tactical change, with the drivers looking for fast laps before focusing on race pace. With the unpredictability of the weather and the technical demands of the track, this weekend promises to be a thrilling display of skill, strategy, and the sheer passion for speed. But what have the main teams on the grid shown us about how the 2024 Belgian Grand Prix weekend should unfold? Red Bull defies expectations at Spa, Verstappen shines and Perez struggles with car. In a Formula One weekend that promises to be as unpredictable as it is exciting, the Red Bull racing team faces challenges and opportunities at the iconic Spa-Francorchamps track. Despite not bringing updates from the Hungarian GP to Belgium, the team surprised with a remarkable performance in free practice, suggesting an impressive adaptation of their car to Spa's long straights and challenging corners. Max Verstappen, the young Dutch prodigy, will face a 10-place grid penalty due to engine component changes, but this didn't seem to shake his confidence. Dominating free practice 1 with times more than half a second faster than his competitors, Verstappen showed that the lack of upgrades is not an impediment to his performance. On the other hand, Sergio Perez, the Mexican driver, struggled to find the ideal pace. Lagging almost a second behind his teammate, Perez expressed concerns about the feeling behind the wheel of the car, indicating possible problems with the handling or the setup of the vehicle. The team carried out race pace tests on red tires, and while Verstappen stayed on top, Perez finished 7th, still struggling to close the gap. Free practice 2 brought more twists and turns, with Verstappen initially taking the lead on medium tires, but soon being overtaken by Carlos Sainz and Oscar Piastri, both on soft tires. Perez, facing another challenging session, finished 9th, making it clear that Red Bull will have to work hard to optimize both cars before the race. Will it be another difficult weekend for Perez? Will Verstappen be able to overcome the odds and climb the Formula One grid starting 10 positions up? Mclaren surprises and dominates free practice in Belgium. Mclaren arrived at the Belgian Grand Prix with high expectations, but what we saw on the track was a performance that exceeded all predictions. The team, which usually adopts a conservative approach in free practice, surprised everyone with an aggressive strategy and impressive results. In free practice 1, the team opted to test the race pace on medium tires, and the results were promising. Oscar Piastri, the team's young talent, took 2nd place, half a second behind leader Max Verstappen. Lando Norris, who has shown consistency throughout the season, was 8th, half a second behind his teammate. The surprise came in free practice 2, when Mclaren decided to put on soft tires and go for fast lap times. The decision proved to be the right one, with the team setting times that were 0.2 seconds faster than Verstappen. Race pace was also tested with both red and yellow tire compounds. The results were equally impressive. Norris took 1st place, with Piastri right behind, just 0.02 of a second behind 3rd-placed Verstappen. These results put Mclaren as the team to beat at the Belgian GP and raise questions about what to expect from the race. Will Mclaren maintain this dominant pace, And what does this mean for the competition between the teams? Ferrari struggles to find balance in F1. The Ferrari team is facing a pace challenge on the Formula One track, with Charles Leclerc expressing frustrations about the balance of his car. After finishing the first free practice session, almost a second behind leader Max Verstappen, Leclerc and his teammate Carlos Sainz are struggling to close the gap. "We don't have the balance we need," lamented Leclerc after qualifying in 6th place, while Sainz followed in 9th. The gap of almost a second to Verstappen highlights the difficulties the Scuderia faces in keeping up with Red Bull's overwhelming pace. However, there was a glimmer of hope in free practice 2, where Leclerc and Sainz showed significant improvements, finishing 4th and 5th respectively. Although they are still more than half a second behind surprise leader Lando Norris, Ferrari show promise of catching up. Can Ferrari find the perfect balance and the speed needed to challenge their rivals in the race for the championship? Mercedes. Challenges and strategies in a weekend of low temperatures. The Mercedes team faces a weekend of great expectations and challenges on the track, where the cooler temperatures are playing in their favor. The team's car seems to be adapting better to these conditions, which could make a difference in the search for better grid positions. In the first free practice session, the Mercedes duo, George Russell and Lewis Hamilton, showed consistency, coming 4th and 5th respectively. Despite being almost a second behind leader Max Verstappen, the team sees room for optimization and fine-tuning that could close the gap. Meanwhile, the second free practice session brought mixed results for the Silver team. Lewis Hamilton struggled and recorded only the 10th best time, while George Russell managed a more comfortable position in 6th. The Mercedes technical team is working hard to understand the data and improve the performance of the cars. Will we see a turnaround in the next few sessions? Will Mercedes be able to live up to expectations and deliver a great performance in the cold Belgian weather? If you haven't liked the video and subscribed to the channel yet, do so now so you don't miss out on the latest Formula One news, and don't forget to comment on the content so we can improve our work for you more and more.